everybody, and warm welcome to my channel, Tarot by Izabela. I am very happy to see you here today, even if we live in very turbulent and strange times for the moment. Today's video will be a highlight video for the country of Slovenia. And to do this video, I'm going to use my crystal ball, tarot cards, oracle cards, and some dice. But before we begin this reading for Slovenia, I just have some announcements to make here. And the first is that I want to thank you all, wonderful viewers, for all of your support to this channel, for your comments, for your mails, for your coffees. Everything you do is very appreciated, and it helps a lot to continue doing more videos. And without you, of course, there would not be any channel at all. So I'm very thankful for that. And the second is little scam warnings. Since this channel has been attacked by scammers, so please, if someone contacts you asking you for something in my name, even using my profile photo, then it's not me. I never contact you first, I never ask you for anything, I don't promote anything, I don't sell anything. So in case someone contacts you pretending to be me, it's not me. And in case you should encounter some kind of Facebook account or other page that pretends to do readings in my name, you will be scammed, because I don't do any personal readings. So this is not me. And the right email address to me, you will find it down in the description. In the description you will also find the link to my backup channel on Rumble, and also links to my Telegram group. And on the Telegram group, this is an international Telegram group, we talk in English. That is for respect for all of the other members, so we can share the information that can be understood by everyone. And if you like to post anything, please make sure that it has at least an English title and a short description what the post is about in English. And also, if you post a video, make sure that the video has at least English subtitles or English speech. This is for everyone, to respect for everyone. Yes, what's more? Yes, there have been a lot of requests from many countries. Can you please do this country and that country and so on. I would love to do all the countries 4 times a week, but it's not physical time. It's not possible. And many times you ask for countries that I've already done. So please check in the video list. You can scroll down the video list to this channel, and there is a big chance you might find the country you would like me to look into. And don't look so much at the time frames, because time frames are not always very strict, and time is very difficult to predict on. Many times in those videos with time frame, I say in the future, and in the future does not always mean next week, next month. That could be 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. So those videos can still be up to date even if they have a so-called time frame. So don't look so much on that. And there are many countries I have done readings on, and there are more countries to wait, and I have to be a little bit selective, since I cannot just concentrate on Western countries and the United States. There are many countries, and we are suffering all over the world. It's not only Western countries that are suffering. Every country is suffering, and I would like to make a little bit on different countries, not only Western countries and United States. And in the beginning of January, I will be doing a global prediction, a little longer version, and hopefully there will be some good information for those countries that would that you would like me to look at, that I've already looked at a couple of times. As I said, please scroll down the video list. There's a big chance you will find the country you are looking for there. Well, that was a little bit about the short announcement. And before we begin this reading for Slovenia, I will also read some short facts. I have them here. And in front of me, the crystal ball, I have a little map of Slovenia, and that is mainly if I see something important, I could more pinpoint out where a special event or happening could occur. And I also need to concentrate for a few moments first on my crystal ball and ask the powers to be with us so we can get as good and accurate information as possible. But before I concentrate on the crystal ball, I need to read some short facts about Slovenia. And these short facts, they are found online if you Google them. And I cannot guarantee that everything is correct. Since I'm not from Slovenia, I cannot say that all the facts is 100% true. But at least that's the official version of facts from Slovenia. And if you like to read more, then you can look up information online or in books, or maybe try to find some friend in Slovenia who can give you inside information. Well, let's see about the short facts then. Glasses on. And what can we find? Slovenia is known around the world for its gorgeous snow-capped mountains, emerald green lakes, intricate cave systems, and winding rivers. Slovenia became an independent democratic republic in 1991, leaving Yugoslavia. Slovenia has been a member of the European Union since May 2004 and a member of NATO since April 2004 also. Slovenia covers an area of almost 8,000 square miles and has a population over little bit over 2 million people. Slovenia is one of the most sustainable countries in the world, with its capital city, Ljubljana, receiving the award for Greenest Capital in Europe 2016. More than half of the country is covered with forests, making Slovenia one of the greenest countries in the world. More than 50% of Slovenian land is protected. And due to that, Slovenia has more than 10,000 kilometers of marked hiking trails. And the Slovenians, they love to grow grapes and drink wine. In fact, there is a vineyard for every 70 people throughout the country. The world's oldest wine, at 400 years old, is in Maribor, pre-aged wine. You can find Europe's most stunning caves, since there are more than 10,000 caves in Slovenia. And Slovenia is home to a creature called the olm, or the human fish, an aquatic cave-dwelling blind salamander. They got their nickname because of their pinkish skin color, similar to humans. Slovenia has a rich history of beekeeping and produces some of the finest honey in the world. There are around 90,000 beekeepers in Slovenia. And the lush green environment is perfect for the honeybee, which thrives in the Slovenian countryside. The famous Lipica stud farm in Slovenia is recognized as one of the oldest European stud farm, continuously breeding one of the oldest cultural horse breed, The Lipica stud farm is the cradle of all Lipizzaner horses in the world. And that is a very beautiful white horse. But when this white horse is born, they are black. The babies are black, but when they grow older, their fur becomes gray, and when they are old enough, the horses are white. And for final, Donald Trump's wife, Melania, was born in Slovenia. Well, that was some of the short facts. Now I need to concentrate on my crystal ball, and we'll see if we can find some interesting things in Slovenia. Just give me a few seconds and soon we start. For Slovenia. Glasses on, and let's see if there comes up anything. In the coming months, there will be a lot of political discussions in Slovenia due to their memberships in EU and NATO. Since the war with country U and country R are not going as the Western countries were expected, since country U is not winning, and it's just a matter of days, weeks, maximum 2-3 months until country U is defeated completely. And that will shake all the member states of NATO and EU. How, why, and so on. Since the news that have been coming out from the Western world is a completely different story than what is really going on between the conflict between country U and country R. And many people in Slovenia, they are quite awake to what is going on. Slovenia have 4 countries that they are bordered to. They have Croatia in the south, Hungary in the east, Austria in the north, and Italy in the west. And communication between those countries, because there are communications, people travel and this back and forward, and the news are a little bit different in Slovenia than in the rest of Europe. And people will question a lot. And there will be, I don't see like a big revolution, but still I see upset people around big cities, symbolically knocking on the governmental doors, politicians' doors. What do you mean with this? How do you explain this and that? And the politician will hide themselves. They will be afraid to address the people in public. The Slovenian people are very proud of their country, and of course they should be, because it's an extremely beautiful country, extremely beautiful nature with mountains and rivers and green, and they try to take care of the country as best as they can. Now when things are getting heated up quite a lot, on the Eastern Front, you can say, EU will come with some very crazy, stupid directive, new rules and laws that they want to force on the Slovenian people. And those new rules or laws that are extremely stupid and no sense at all, and that will, devastate a lot of people's lives. And this will make many people to protest, out on the street to protest. Why do we need this EU? We don't need it anymore. Let's get out of there. So changes are coming, big changes. There will be, I will not call it refugees, but something will happen in Italy that will make them, a lot of Italian people would like to go to Slovenia and stay there for a couple of weeks or months due to some event near the Slovenian borders. And the Slovenian people will, open their hearts and homes and help Italian families to stay there as long as it needed. In some mountain area on the border to Austria, up there, there could be earthquakes. 5.7 up to 6 on the Richter scale. But it's a little bit remote mountain areas. I don't see it where there lives a lot of people. Still there lives people, so the damage will not be so excessive as if it were around big cities. But still people in those areas could be negatively affected due to those earthquakes. And they are around 23 kilometers deep. There is a river here. There is no name on the river, but it's the river that goes from Davogra, Manbor, Ptu, that river. In that river, something strange is gonna happen, or it's gonna be like vortexes in the river. Strange vortex. Instead of the water flowing in one direction, it's like vortexes flowing up and back again during a period of time. Those earthquakes could be because of those earthquakes, some strange magnetic activity. I cannot really say. Those earthquakes could be in the end of winter, beginning of springtime, or it could be earlier. Time is very difficult. It's still chilly in the air. I see there could be a little bit hostility between Slovenia and Zagreb. Croatia. Could be that Croatia thinks that Slovenia should belong to them. Could be some kind of this kind of discussions, territorial claims of some kind, and I don't think the Slovenian people would like to give away parts of the country to Croatia. And there could be some bad feelings between those two countries. On the border to Hungary, I see there will be a lot of trading with goods. And a lot of people from Slovenia will find the leader of Hungary that he's doing a good job, and would like a little bit of his energy or his kind of work in their own country. So there will be a talk about that. Somewhere in the center of Slovenia, above Ljubljana, there is some kind of cave system. And I see in that area where there are a lot of caves, could be that a sinkhole will open up. Quite deep sinkhole. And it will be explored. People will send down drones and cameras, and they will find some quite astonishing things through that sinkhole. It seems like it will come quite soon. I cannot say exactly when, but quite soon. A period of time when Slovenia would like to close its border totally. They don't want foreign military powers. They don't want anyone to come in. Only people with Slovenian citizenships or passports. And that will hold for a couple of weeks or months, like the borders will be closed. Some big scandal will come up regarding orphanage, where children have mysteriously disappeared. Where did they go? And so on. And some, shocking stories about what could have happened to those children will be revealed. And it will come forward young mothers who have been told that their children have been stillborn, and but they were not dead at birth. They were kidnapped. Strange stories like that. Big scandals regarding little ones, and it will shock the country. In Slovenia, as in rest of the world, there are tough times at the moment. Financially, everything is expensive. People are complaining. It's a hard life. But those who have a patch of land, some animals, some farmland, I see them be able to live quite okay and still share a little bit with what the food or what they have been producing on their farms. In the future, that is when all this craziness have cooled down around the world, because it will escalate, it will be worse at some point, until things have been cleaned out and people can begin to live their lives as they should from the beginning. This craziness that will go on around the world, it seems like Slovenia will not suffer so much as many other countries. It will be quite not so dramatic, the change into new systems. But anyway, in the future, Slovenia will grow as a nation, and their care about the nature and how to preserve nature, how to live off the land, will be taught out and cherished by many countries. And I see centers and many different places in Slovenia open up like learning centers, how to grow your food, how to do this, how to do beekeeping, courses for people. So I see people from all around the world coming to Slovenia and learning how to do this, how to do that. And it will be all organic farming, all traditional way to farm the land without pesticides, and how to grow crops with natural pesticides and different combination of plants, that one plant repel one pest and so on. And many farmers still have that knowledge in Slovenia. I see here, I cannot say exactly where, but there are a lot of mountains in Slovenia. But they will find a silver mine, an area in a mountain region that has a lot of silver, extremely much silver. And this has not been discovered yet. And when it's discovered, that silver mine, it's tons after tons after tons of silver that can be extracted quite easily from that place. When that will be discovered, the benefits from that silver mine will be shared as a bonus among Slovenians people. Yeah. Some very strange weather around the mountain region, a little bit up to the northeast. And I see some mountain top, and around that specific mountain top, a lot of electricity or thunderstorms with flashes. But just around that area, something special is going on around that mountain area, energetically. And many people will observe that. It will come in the future, some agreement with Italy. Italy has a little landmass here that on the coast side, that it's one. Somehow that landmass that is very close to Slovenia on the coast, there will be an agreement that it will be a mixed Italian-Slovenian region. So it will not belong only to Italy, but it will also belong to Slovenia. So they will, especially that place, and that is where you find Tneste, Sejana, Montalcone, yeah, that one. So it will be like mixed nations place. If you live there, you will be both Slovenian and Italian. And because that coast would be very beneficial also for Slovenia to have access to and call Slovenian. So some kind of agreement in the future that coastline will be both Slovenian and Italian. this EU directive will try to forbid farmers to sell their free-range chicken eggs on markets. Because there are a lot of people that have their own chickens running around in the yards, eating natural, good, healthy eggs. EU will try to forbid those eggs and people selling those eggs. And because they are healthy, they don't contain any toxins, and the chickens are free range. They run out on the fields, they eat bugs and grass and everything. And they will try to forbid those kinds of eggs due to, they are dangerous for diseases. But people have been eating those eggs for thousands and thousands of years. If you boil them, you will not get any disease. And that will upset a lot of people, and also some kind of wake-up call what this EU dictatorship is trying to do. Well, I cannot find anything more in my crystal ball. Let's continue to the cards. And I will take some cards on Slovenia to see if there is any additional information to be said. But first I need to shuffle my cards a little bit. Oops, what is falling down? Yeah, it's a big love for the country, Slovenians people. And the young people, they are also very drawn to the country. And Slovenia somehow will, even it's a small country, not so much people, it will be a very important country in the future. Something big is coming out from Slovenia. Oh, my cards are jumping out today. One more. These are major arcana cards. And some dice. Well, the cards, they look like this. Okay, let's see what we have here. In the tarot cards, we have the Star, the Hermit, the World, 3 of Wands, and 5 of Cups. Then, on the Oracle card and Gypsy card, we have Misfortune, Peace Offering, an Ice Bear, and again, the Hermit. And on the dice we have ice, feeling, and a man turning into a frog turning into a man. Yeah. There will be some attempt to take away the old culture from Slovenia. the traditions that has been taught down from generation to generation. They would try to eliminate that, but it will not be possible. People will not allow it. They will also try to push the Slovenian people into war with countries that they don't have any problems with countries that are not enemies to Slovenia, have not been and will not be in the future. But they will try to say, you have to send your young men and women to the front of this and this war. And maybe some will be sent, but some could get killed, and that will stop completely anything to do with war. People will strongly protest. We will not join this war. We don't want to have anything to do with you. So any war mongering will be put on ice. And we should talk peace, not war. That will be a lot of the majority of the Slovenia's people's decision. And since they will go for peace instead of war, that have to be punished a little bit. You cannot go against this kind of warmongering people. But the Slovenian people will handle that very well. As I said, there are some times of cleaning up coming up, and all this warmongering globalist, they will be eliminated. And Slovenia is going for a rebirth, a freer Slovenia, a cleaner Slovenia, without the pressure from dictator unions. You can call them that. And they will manage very well without them. And the world's eyes will be on Slovenia. How will they react? What will they do? And if a little country can go against, it's be like David and Goliath. If a little country can knock down Goliath with a stone, then maybe we should follow that example also. So Slovenia will have a very, very big key meaning, key point, in big happenings around the world. So now I'm going to take some last cards for Slovenia. If there are any last words to be said in this highlight Slovenia video. Some last words for Slovenia. I need one more here. And here. We have 5 of wands, Queen of coins, the strength, the devil, and on the devil we have 9 of wands. Then we have the fool, and on the fool we have 4 of swords. They will try to attack women in Slovenia. Some stupid rules or laws to discriminate women. But that will not last for long, because the devil here will not succeed in its goal. It will try different kind of ways, but no. And the woke agenda in Slovenia will not be so successful. And there will be a lot of talk about female health. Since a lot of things have been pushed on the population the last 3 years, and there will be big protests from doctors and medical personnel about problems with female reproductive health. And why and so on will be officially talked about. And those responsible, those big companies responsible for this kind of treatment that have make problems for reproductive health, they will be charged. So there will come up very big lawsuit out of Slovenia against those big companies. But anyway, there are big changes for Slovenia coming up. There are some tough, rough times first. And when everything calms down, Slovenia will be a real gem in Europe that has a lot of important knowledge to teach out to many other European countries. And it will be a highly appreciated place to visit for its beauty, for its culture, and for its knowledge, and the lovely people that live in Slovenia. So, for my last words, I want to thank you all so much for watching, and to all of you Slovenian people, you are a proud people, warm-hearted, you love your country, stand up for it, and don't let a globalistic cooperation take over it, and dictatorship from all kinds of places. You will have the world's eyes upon you, and you will become a good example for many countries around the world. And for the rest of you wonderful viewers, thank you so much for watching. And if you like what you have seen and heard, please don't forget to press like button, share button, and subscription button. And hopefully we're gonna see each other soon again. Bye bye.